Hey, this is God is Real 101, and this is the 5 questions for atheists.
I love these questions for atheist videos because I don't know what exactly, the motivation is. Is it that they want to ask the hard-hitting questions to put atheists in their place? Are they trying to open up an honest discussion, or are they just curious and just wanting to learn? But anyway, this response video was inspired by the Atheist Chef, as I saw his video at work today, and I was like, oh, that looks like fun. I'll go home and make one too. So thanks, Atheist Chef. And here we go. Let's start with question number 1. Let's get this going.
Question number 1. Can you prove with 100% certainty that there is no God?
Well, this is an oldie but goodie, and I haven't heard this one in a while, but I'll give it a go. You are shifting the burden of proof. The burden of proof is on the person that makes the claim. You are claiming that a God exists, therefore it is your responsibility, i.e. burden of proof, to demonstrate that that God exists. It's not everyone else's job to disprove your claim. If that were the case, then it would be up to you to disprove every other God on the planet, and that includes Xenu from Scientology, Vishnu, Muhammad, and the thousands of other gods. And if someone posited something ridiculous, like invisible leprechauns, fairies, elves, vampires, and this and that, and they say to you, well, it's your job to have to disprove those. You can quickly see how ridiculous this question is.
Question number 2. Do you believe that faith or lack of faith is a choice?
Do I believe that faith or lack of faith is a choice? Well, I think the problem here is that I don't have a clear definition on what you mean by faith. If you are referring to, you could be referring to blind faith, like, I have faith in God plan, or I have faith that God's watching over me, or this and that. Is that a choice? Blind faith, I would say sure, because without a compelling reason, you're just choosing to believe something without any evidence. Lack of faith is a different subject. If you're referring to like faith in God or anything like that, simply not having something is not a choice. That's the default position. And I'm assuming that you're using faith as in like this otherworldly sense, because there are different meaning of the words faith. Conversationally speaking, if I say I have faith in my friend Chris that he's going to be there, it's not a blind faith. I have a reasonable level of confidence due to evidence, due to our, and I know this because of our history as friends and this and that. This is stuff that's based on evidence, essentially. So conversationally, faith can be used that way, but it's not necessarily faith in the same way as I have faith in God's plan, or that kind of thing.
Question number 3. Do you have faith or hope in anything you can't see? And if so, what is it that you have faith or hope in?
Do I have faith and hope in things I cannot see? Again, this is another kind of muddied question based on the word faith. There are plenty of things I can't see. I can't see, atoms. I can't see, with my physical eyes, I can't see my brain. These are things I can't see, in that sense. But I can get an MRI and scan my brain. I can, look through various pieces of equipment, and work with things that normally are naked to the human eye. However, when you say faith and hope in things unseen, if you're referring to like supernatural things, then again, you're begging the question, because those things need to be demonstrated to exist. I can't have faith in something that isn't there. I can't have faith in things that haven't been demonstrated to exist. Having hope, do I hope that they exist? I guess it depends what it is. What if the unseen thing is some ethereal goblin that wants to punch me in the nutsack, when I die or whatever. then no, I don't have hope that's there.
Question number 4. In your opinion, if a creation class was accepted in school, but was 100% elective, and the teacher who taught the class was a certified teacher, but didn't get paid, would you still have a problem with this elective course?
Abso-fucking-lutely I would. And for a couple of reasons. One, you can ask this question because you're only assuming that Christianity as a creation story would be taught in school. However, you would have to also accept, if that was the case, where, that was accepted in school, one, you would have to accept that every other religion needs to be represented as well. You don't get to just choose your pet religion and just close the doors off to Hinduism and Islam and everything else. So you have to contend with that. Two, this idea that creationism or anything that's religious should be taught in schools or public schools is bullshit. It has no place in the education system at all. Teaching kids that Bronze Age myths as an alternative to science or history is crap, and it just will completely poison the education system. It should not even be remotely put in the same category as the curriculum for school. Also, you have every other place other than school to teach your kid this shit. So, churches, you can teach them at home, you got Bible studies, you got various organizations, I'm sure, that, have this sort of thing. It doesn't need to be in the schools. It just needs to not be in the schools. And I will tell you that if something like that was in, if I had a kid, which I don't, but if my kid did go to a school that had that, I would immediately pull him out. I don't care if it's an elective. The idea that they would even allow that creationism in school is just completely ridiculous.
Question number 5. As an atheist, do you think that your life is more fulfilling than a Christian's? And if so, why?
Is my life more fulfilling than a Christian's being an atheist? That is a question I cannot answer because there's no set gauge for being fulfilled in, there's no score to keep, essentially. I'm sure there are theists and atheists alike that have more fulfilled and less fulfilled lives than myself. I can speak for someone else on how they feel about their own life. What I will say from my perspective and from my own self, my own life, is I can see the harm that religion has done to the people around me, whether they're family members or my girlfriend's family or friends or this and that. In almost every aspect, I see it as it can be a hindrance, and the people that are around the churches and stuff like that I know don't necessarily do it for the religion but for the community. So, are they more or less fulfilled? I don't know. However, I will say for me personally that I don't see religion do much good to the people in my life. Yeah, although obviously they feel differently about that. So those are those 5 questions for atheists by God is Real 101. I want to thank the Atheist Chef because he inspired me to make this video. I saw his response video at work today and I was like, oh shit, I want to do one of those. That looks like fun. I've been meaning to do so many things on YouTube and I just get completely unmotivated when I come home from work. But these are fun, and I'm probably going to do a few more. So, anyway, this is Mischievous Heathen, and I'm out. Later!